to another dark and dingy Northampton, but most importantly, it's the beginning of Battle Royale 2, the singles. Yes, it's finally come round. And this year, we're going to have group stages, just like the World Cup. Now, the idea is we've got 4 singles in each group. Top 2 go through to the knockout stage. And when we've got all 16, one of the many people that come up on the live stream or are associated with the live stream will make a draw. So here we are with Group A, and we've called this one the Rock Group because it's just a lot of rock and hard rock music. So today we have got Grand Funk Railroad, Little Willie, Magnum, and Bachman Turner and Overdrive. Now the way we're doing how I'm going to present it is the single that comes out first will go first. So, and at the end I will tell you where you can vote and how you can vote, etc. Because it's going to be done on a thing, so there's no cheating or anything like that. I'm sure that's not going to happen. It was not going to happen, but we've just decided to do it that way. So, up first in the new competition is our friend from California, Mick. Now, Mick has put in a Grand Funk Railroad single. We are an American band. Grand Funk Railroad, for those of you who don't know, are an American rock band from the 70s. I love them, as you know. They were formed in 1969 by Mark Farner, Don Brewer, and then Mel Sasha on bass. So we're an American band. It was not released here in the UK, but it was released on the 2nd of July 1973. And the people that play on here, we have got Mark Farner on vocals, guitar, acoustic guitar, Craig Frost on organ, Mel Sasha on bass, and Don Brewer on the vocals and the drums. Now, what can you say about We're an American Band? It's a classic American style rock track, for starters. Now, I do like this. Of course, it opens up with that great drum from Don Brewer. You never knew any. You watch him on stage and he hits them drums so hard. And then you get the cowbell coming in, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of cowbell. It's got some lovely little bits of keyboards in this. It's a killer track. I think Mark Farner's guitar solo on this is absolutely amazing. It's just it does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? We're an American band, and they weren't as popular over here in the UK, but boy did they. I mean, I discovered them with this track on a compilation that I borrowed many moons ago, and I loved it. So it was a delve into this band. I think it's got a great combination of the bass line from Mel has always been very solid, and when they used to do this live, it sounded so much heavier. You will be able to have a listen to this because I'll tell you exactly where you can listen to it. I've done everything for you this year. So that's our first entry. Our second entry comes from a regular on the live stream, all the way from Japan. It's Michael from Ricefield Records, and he has put in a song by Wet Willie. Now, they're Wet Willie, an American southern rock band from Alabama, and the song he's put in is probably their best known song, Keep on Smiling. They were formed back in 1969 was Wet Willie, and they used to open for the Allman Brothers as well, so they're sort of in the same sort of thing. The people that play on here we've got Jimmy Hall's on here, Lewis Ross. They're two of the people. Who else is on here? John Anthony on the keyboards, Rick Hirsch on lead guitars and bass and banjo, Jack Hall. Now, I'd never heard much of Wet Willie. I think the name's got my British sense of humour. And this is the first time I've listened to the whole album that Keep On Smiling's on. And the first thing I noticed, what of a hell of a bass line from Jack Hall. It really is groovy. It really holds this track together. Then you get some lovely little guitar bits from Rich Hirsch. But what I love about it is the keyboards. Very, very good keyboards in this. And also you've got a wonderful vocal from Jimmy Hall. It's really good. And there's also a lovely little bit of harmonica from Jimmy Hall in it. It's just a real good track. I've really got into this track, and it's a good call from Michael to put this in. We will be doing something on Wet Willie, believe you me. I think it's a really nice song. It's proper sort of southern rock, and you just can't go wrong with a bit of southern rock. So that's our second entry in this group. Our next entry is from a person that's never entered the competition, and his name's Norm, and he has put in a track from Bachman Turner Overdrive, the Canadian rock band from Winnipeg, founded by brothers Randy and Robbie Bachman, and Tim Bachman and Fred Turner came in 73. Big band, and the track that he's put in is the classic You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, which came out in September of 1974. So the people playing on here are Randy Bachman, Blair Thornton, C.F. Turner and Robbie Bachman. Now, this is a classic. It opens up with that great bit of guitar from Randy. Lots of little bits on here. There's a cowbell from Robbie on the drums. Got a great guitar solo on it. It's one of them great rock tracks. And the vocal is great on this. It appears on lots of compilation albums, and I think the thing that really I like about it, it was featured over in here in the UK when Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse used to do their Smashy and Nicey, and they used to do a bit of thing, and they loved playing this. And when he said "Let's Rock" with Bachman, Turner and Overtime, he had like this gear stick. He used to go "Let's rock." So it's got one of the most, I think, iconic starts of a track. Everybody knows what this is. It's a great track, and it's worthy of its place in this competition. So the fourth one today comes from Charles White, who's been a big supporter of the channel, and last year he had the dark horse in the albums, of course, with Talk Talk and The Colour of Spring, which did well. I think it got through to the quarter-final stage. So this year, again, he's gone a bit different. Now he's put in a single by the great band Magnum. They are very British, formed by the late great Tony Clarkin and Bob Catley. Tony wrote all this, and the song that he's put in is it's the title track off the album On a Storyteller's Night. Now, it was released as a single. It's a brilliant track, and playing on here is Bob Catley on the vocals, Tony Clarkin on the guitars, Wally Lowe on the bass, Mark Stanway on keyboards, and drummer Jim Simpson drum with other bands, including UFO. Now, the way this track starts is a lovely bit of keyboard from Mark Stanway, and that daunting vocal of Bob. It's eerie, it's dramatic, and then the drumming from Jim Simpson is pretty good on this. You got this wonderful bass line. The riff from Tony is fantastic, and then the solo on this is probably one of the greatest that Tony ever did. I like the halfway through you get a little bit of the keyboard. Now, there's a really brilliant live version of this from Hammersmith Odeon. Wonderful track. It's just got so much energy, this track. So it's a great and a bit of a left ball in the group. So there are our first 4 singles, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to all 4 of you. So how do we do the voting on this? Well, in the description below, there is where I'll direct you to where we do the polling, which Dave looks after, and he creates all the stuff for the poll. So he does a lot of work on this, does our Dave. So that's where it is. It'll also, in the community, instead of having a poll in the community, there is where you can go and vote as well. Tonight on the live stream, we will keep putting up the link. Also in the description, there will be the link to the little short that I've done. I've done a short featuring all 4 singles. There's about 10 seconds of each single. Also, there's quite a few links in the description. I've made a playlist on Spotify of all the songs that are all the songs in the groups, and they're all in sort of order. So if you want to go and listen to the whole of the tracks, there is a link for that. Now the voting for this opens as usual at 2 p.m. this afternoon, and it closes at a minute to midnight next Wednesday, and then on Thursday Dave will announce the 2 songs that will go through to the next part of the competition, the round of 16. Any questions, or you're not quite sure, please put it in the comments below, and Dave or I will answer your questions. So next week is Group B, and Group B is, if I remember, it's singers and songwriters. Okay, that's all for this. Coming up next is Pick and Mix, and this week it's in the camera's view, and we're going to have a fabulous little concert for Marillion, recorded back in 1983, and it is called The Recital of the Script. So bye for now.